Good morning, Buffalo. You're listening to the Buffalo Podcast. My name's Brian Dudeman. With me, as always, is my very lovely co-host, Ari.
Hey, dude man, you up?
I am always up, always ready to podcast. You up?
Definitely. I am very excited for this episode.
I am as well. This is the last episode of the season.
Already? It went by so fast.
So, we had to go big. So I searched and I reached out to as many people as I could. I'm like, who should be that last guest? It's got to be someone special because you got to go out with like a huge bang. So, someone who I've worked with on a few projects now has always just made every set just come to life, and it has just been super patient with me and just been fun to work with. Alex, guest of the week, will you please introduce yourself to the Buffalo film community?
Hi, I'm Alex Romanov, and my ego is like so boosted right now, so thank you.
Alex, what are your titles? What are your hats? What do you do in the Buffalo film community?
I'm an actor, that's what I do.
So now we're going to go into the first segment. This is called Fan Mail. So the way Fan Mail works is you, the listener, will send in your questions to the Buffalo Up. That's either our Instagram or our Facebook. Guest of the week will answer. So without further ado, Ari Nicole, please ask the first question.
All right, let's see. So this first question here is from me. So what's one of your favorite scenes from Seven Kills, Three Songs, and a Banana, and why?
The first therapist scene is definitely my favorite scene. It gave me an opportunity to show a lot of different emotions that I haven't really been able to showcase in other roles that I've done. And then I got to act opposite Richard Satterwhite, I think, which was really awesome. It was a lot of fun. So all in all, probably one of the best scenes in the movie.
I enjoyed that scene too. I also enjoyed how your character transitioned and developed as a character with each and every time she saw the therapist, to where the last scene, without giving away any spoilers, it was to where there was like this whole transformation was almost like a different person.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The energy alone needed for that scene was my body was literally shaking as I went through that whole scene. It was it was unlike any of the other scenes in that movie. And it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm glad that Richard did not end up cutting or shortening any of those scenes like he threatened.
Richard Fish, not Richard Satterwhite, just so we don't confuse the audience. There's
Rich?
so many Richards.
Which Rich is which?
So this next question is from Nate 21 Lancaster, and he knows that Someone Kills, Three Songs and a Banana was one of your first Buffalo films, and you're a lead in that as well. His question is, were you at all intimidated?
I mean, as a general rule, I don't get intimidated with people I work with, but Richard was definitely a bit intimidating. He was really good. I bought hook, line, and sinker that he was a real therapist. He sold it so well, take after take after take. He didn't even really follow the script that well. He just went off on his own, and it completely sold it, I think. So that was a little intimidating, but everyone else, it was super easy.
It was like working with Mark.
Mark is great. He's a lot of fun to work with. He also tends to go off script, which makes it easy to get through scenes, even if I have failed in memorizing my lines.
Tie him up to a chair and he'll stay on script.
Really? Interesting. I will keep that in mind for the very next time that I work with him.
For those who have not seen our short film twice, Spoiler alert.
Ari, next question, please.
So this question is also from me. Any funny behind the scenes stories from 7 Kills, 3 Songs, and a Banana that we may not have heard?
I would say the funniest one is on the extras portion of Seven Kills, the physical disc. So I will leave that one a mystery. But there's this scene where I'm with Kyla and we're walking through Niagara Falls Park. And we're like leaning over and we're like looking at Canada and there's like all these seagulls, and that entire thing was just not scripted at all. We just rolled with it. Kyla has like this song that they sing just like off the top of their head that had me dying. There was he had Richard filmed like a good like 10-15 minutes of us just like just going crazy, and yeah, but at the end of it, I think we were all just kind of in stitches. I'm surprised that he got any decent audio from that, honestly.
It's interesting to hear that that scene was mostly improv. I thought it went very well. It looked very genuine.
Yeah, thank you.
So this next question comes from Derek, and he lives out by the falls, and he says, will you please ask Alex this question? So it doesn't actually say what it is. So yes, I'm asking Alexandria right now, will you read this question?
That is a great question. I'm so glad that you asked this. Thank you.
Alex is on fire, right?
I think you mean Alexis on fire.
You're right.
Close.
Ari, next question.
Okay, this next question that I have here is also from me. So, what type of character would you like to play in either a feature or a short?
I really enjoy being villainous characters. So if I have the opportunity to continue to do that, I will be so stoked. They're just so much fun. There's always interesting things to them that make them tick that the hero or whatever just doesn't quite have. And other than that, I really, really, really want to do like a rom-com. Like, I would love to be in a rom-com. I don't care if I'm just like the sarcastic best friend or whatever. I just give me a rom-com.
Not a lot of rom-coms being made in this area. I would like to see more rom-coms being made around here. I think we have enough horror movies for now.
So switching gears, we're going to go into your Buffalo 48A experience. So this was your first year doing the Buffalo 48.
I knew it would be stressful. I knew it would be a big time crunch. Other than that, I was ready. I was excited. I really wanted to know what we were going to end up doing. And I'm pretty excited with what we did end up coming up with. I think it was a lot of fun.
So I put a lot of pressure on you that day. I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, listen, we're Team B and we are going up against Heather and we're going against Amber. So like, no pressure, but if this film fails...
It's my fault. I know.
And everyone loved us, and I think we got the loudest reaction on that day. Everyone was just really surprised. I got like messages like, wow, that film was really good. And I'm like, if the film was good at all, that was all Alex. Like, I put like so much pressure on you not to fail that I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, Heather messaged me like as soon as the showings were over saying like, I voted for you guys. That was awesome.
The red shoes.
I love those shoes. I almost fell on my face a couple of times though during filming. It's all right.
You fell so many times during Mark of the Town.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I should have like a bloopers of just like how many times you fell. Like there's the pool scene where you like slipped and you're like, this is what my character would do.
Yep.
And there's a scene where you're like holding the frog and you're like going for a walk, and I think that was also when you like tripped.
Multiple times that day.
So I've just lost count at this point.
And I'm wearing totally flat shoes in those scenes too. Yep. I'm clumsy. What can I say?
Your character is, not you. You're great, Alex.
Oh, thank you.
Blame it on the character. Anyway, this next question I have here is also from me. Any future projects that you're able to tell us about?
I am working on another Dude Man project currently called Mark of the Town, which he just mentioned, with frogs and a pool, and I don't know what else I can say about it, but it's been a lot of fun. So it's been a long time coming, but I think we're close to wrapping it up, if not this month, hopefully next, right?
I see nods.
Silent nods.
So, Mark of the Town, you knew this question was coming. Music. What music do you think your character, Aaron, listens to? And what music do you, Alex Romanov, listen to?
I think my character probably listens to Weezer. And I listen to a lot of Marianas Trench and a lot of Ben Barnes and a lot of just random. I got so many artists on my Spotify that are saved, so possible to list them all.
Her character's name is Aaron.
Yes.
My name is Aaron. It's a small world. Anyway, yes, I do have another question. This one's also from me. A lot of questions from me. If you could choose any animal in existence to have as a pet, what animal would you choose and why?
Raccoon, have you seen their hands? Like, enough said. I want their little hands. Their little, like, rubber hands. I want an army.
If I couldn't have cats, I probably would choose raccoons as well.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more. And we're back. You're listening to the Buffalo Podcast. My name's Brian Dudeman, and my co-host, Ari.
Yes, I'm up. Dude, man, I am up. Are you up?
Oh, I'm always up, always ready to podcast. Ari, you up?
Yes. Did I say that?
Guest of the week, Alex Romanov. Yes?
I am up-ish. I'm so up.
Alex Romanov.
Uh-huh.
That's you.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Are you up?
Up-ish.
Are you up?
Yes, I'm up.
Thanks for committing to the bit. You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. Are you ready for the next segment?
Oh, yeah, bring it on.
Cool. Okay, so this next segment is called Plug Yourself. And every episode, I always let Ari do the honors.
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce it this time, but that's okay. So yes, this is Plug Yourself. We like to have this segment for our guests to share anywhere we may be able to find their work. So do you have any DVDs that we might be able to buy? Are there anything streaming online that we can find? Where in the world is Alex Romanov?
So yeah, for 7 kills, 3 songs, and a banana. If you want a physical copy, you could reach out to Richard Fish, and he could definitely hook you up. Streaming for that won't happen until the spring, so that's a fair ways away. I'm on Instagram. You can find me at Alexandria__Romanov. Or IMDb, Alexandria Romanov. Other than that, I keep a fairly low profile online.
Well, that's going to do it for Plug Yourself. We're going to go into the next segment. This one is called A Hero's Journey. So for A Hero's Journey, I usually ask the guest, where'd you get your start? So, what was the first project you worked on? what made you interested in acting? What have you learned through the years? Where do you think you are right now in this stage? And what do you think you have planned for the future? Hero's Journey. I believe in you. Don't let me down.
Oh no. So I started with theater when I was really young, probably like 5 years old. I was a fairy tale creature in a performance of Shrek, and from that moment on, I was sold. I was like, this is it for me. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Much to the disappointment of my family, I would say. So yeah, ever since then, I did a lot of theater productions in my hometown. I took acting classes. I did dance. I tried to do singing. And then I started doing film, or trying to do film, when I was like 18, 19 years old. I've kind of done a few short films that are deeply, deeply buried on the internet, until coming to Buffalo, where I started doing 7 Kills and working with Dude Man over here. As for what's next, who knows? I am just riding the wave of life as it comes towards me.
Very cool. That is going to do it for A Hero's Journey. We're going to take a quick break. I am Brian Dudeman, co-host.
Ari Nicole.
Guest of the week.
Alex Romanov.
And we'll be back with more. And we're back. You're listening to the Buffalo Podcast. My name is Brian Dudeman. My co-host, Ari. You up?
Yes. And you, Dude Man, are you up?
I am up for the last time this season. What a great season it's been.
Agreed.
What a great group of guests we've had. I mean, we knew we had to have a really strong and amazing last guest, and I think we pulled it off. This is the last segment of the last episode. This is Final Thoughts. So this is where we get to ask you what you thought about being on the podcast. Any future advice you would give for either actors or a future podcast guest. And yeah, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. This has been a lot of fun, but it's always been fun working with you, so not a big surprise there. Advice I'd give to other actors is don't take it too seriously. Like, just have fun. Like, that's what acting and art is all supposed to be about, is having fun. If you take out the fun of it, what's the point at that point, you know?
Nice. Respect that. Best answer. So you did bring 2 props from films that you were a part of. Can you please introduce that to us?
So yeah, the glasses, these fancy smancy blue light glasses that I use in Mark of the Town with you, which I think they look super great. And then also this really old pocket knife that was used in 7 Kills, 3 Songs, and a Banana.
Alex, I'm sorry that I didn't prepare for this. I think I should have. But you've also watched our episodes before. So I think, this is the part where I ask the guest if they have a question for either Ari or myself.
So not it. So okay. If you were a season, what season would you be?
Probably summer, because I love it when it's warm and bright and sunshiny. And I hate the cold because the cold literally kills my body. So yeah.
I think you also have a very warm, energetic vibe. Something I love about you is just you bring so much spirit to not just film, but like life as well. Like when I'm with you, I just feel like a lot of energy, which I love. Because you just always brighten every room you are in.
Oh, that's so kind of you. That means so much to me.
Autumn.
Just flat out Autumn. That's a great answer, and I love your reasoning.
I'm just looking at you, and I'm saying you're Autumn.
Oh, I am Autumn. Thank you for knowing that. Yep. Spooky, dark. Yep, that is all me.
But I'm winter because I love the cold. I love the cold. I'm one of like the insane people who love Buffalo for the cold.
Yeah, you might be a little insane. Just a little.
I don't know. There's something about just like lying in bed and like being cozy because of a blanket that just means more to me than just like sweating all day in your sleep. I would rather just like cuddle next to a blanket rather than like die in heat and just regret life.
Well, see, that's why autumn is perfect, because it's not too hot or too cold.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I look at you. I'm like, Autumn. Did I not call it? Oh man, good banter, good stuff. Alex, we've been doing this for a few episodes. What is one thing in your life that you are really grateful for? What is one thing that gives you hope? What is one thing that keeps you driven?
One thing I'm grateful for is my cats. As much as a pain that they are, I love them. Something that gives me hope. Music. Music gives me hope. It gets me through every day. It got me through the day that we just had. It was a little devastating. And something that drives me is spite. Yeah, I am very driven by spite, which probably is not a shock to you. What?
Who are you, dude man? Good answer. That was, I think, cats, right?
Yep, cats.
Which is the first cats answer I think we've had this season because it's always been my SO, and I'm like, that's sick. I wish I had one.
Don't you wish you had a cat?
Choo!
You're missing out, man.
Little fuzzy faces.
They're little furry heating pads.
Scratchy tongue that they put everywhere you don't want it. Up your nose, in your eyeball.
I like when I'm working in my office, which is my bed. I call my bed my office. That way it actually sounds like I'm working. But I'll be there with my laptop and I'll have one cat on each foot, keeping my feet nice and warm and toasty. It's great.
That does sound nice.
Ari, this is the last episode of the season, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it to you now. I'm going to ask you the same exact thing. I've not asked you because I was waiting for the last episode. What was one thing you're grateful for? One thing that keeps you driven? And one thing that you're just really happy about?
I mean, we already know that answer. You know, I'm the crazy cat lady, and my babies really do like brighten my life and give me hope. You know, one day I do want to have a cat rescue where I can take in more cats that need help. There are so many out there, and mine have been all, you know, rescues from since little kittenhood. So, you know, those are my kids, and you know, as I can agree with Alex that they can be little buttheads, but I would not have my life without them. And when things are rough, they definitely are what gives me the hope and like just the energy to keep on going. Because I mean, I made a commitment to them, and I can't let them down. So, you know, they're expecting me to fulfill that, and I'm a man of my word, except for the man part.
I'll answer this question. Family. But that's because, obviously, Dude Mom's behind the camera. And she would kill me if I didn't say family.
We love Dude Mom.
Yeah.
So it's not just Dude Mom, but also my brother as well supports me, and they keep me driven. They keep, like, the support that I have from them are the reason I keep going, because I don't want to let them down. Same with, like, friends. Like, we keep doing this podcast because I don't want to let you down. I keep film because I have someone who, like, keeps pushing me, still supports me, and hasn't left yet. So because of that, if you left Mark of the Town and just been done, I was like throw in the towel and be like, what's the point anymore?
Oh no.
That's the truth. Like, you're the last thread that kept, like, my interest in film. So thank you. So that's why this was a huge honor to have you on this podcast, because you've given me the hope to keep going in film, and that is honest. And you've done a great job with Heather too. I love the scenes that you guys have together, because you guys have great chemistry. And what I've learned from you is you're only as good as your scene partner. Because that time that we're in the car, and I was just deadpan giving you nothing,
So bad.
versus when Heather was in the car giving you stuff, I'm like, oh, Alex is one of those people that, like, needs a scene partner to be on the same level. Heather, no, Heather's fine. Like I could give her nothing, and she's just used to that. You're like, no, I can only deliver it as good as my scene partner. Also, another embarrassing story, because this is embarrass Alex episode. This is the one time we were actually allowed to share the tattoo, and you wear like a really like collar shirt where we can't even see the tattoo for your podcast episode.
It's right there. It's right there.
Because what I did was I wrote Mark the Town, and I wrote a character who never has a tattoo, and you have like, I don't know, like 15. Yeah, 15.
5.
So we're like, how do we hide all of this? And so you're just like wearing like poofy jackets and like flannel and just, yeah, good times. Because we're supposed to be filming during the summer, and you're just like wearing like all this winter clothes.
Listen, I wear flannel in the summer, okay? That's a personal choice. So I can see my character doing the same.
Glad I was able to fit that little bit in. Now to go serious. It's been a really fun podcast season. I've had a great time with Ari. I've had a great time with the guests. I'm very fortunate that I get to do this. Thank you, Buffalo, for listening. Don't know what the future is, if there is a next season. I hope that there is a next season. If stuff happens, though, and this is the last, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying if stuff does happen, I just want to let Ari know that I've appreciated the time that we've had together. You are somebody who just like has always supported not just me, but my mom as well, and always made this house feel like a home. You know what I mean? Like you're someone who just like makes the guests always feel welcomed, and I think it wouldn't work without us together. We're a great duo. We have a great dynamic, and I think that's why the guests every season, every episode is always like, man, I always feel like you guys just bring out the best in us. So thank you again for being a great co-host.
Thank you, Dude Man, for choosing me to work with you. I have a blast with these podcasts. I'm not planning on going anywhere, so, I'd love to see a new season, but who knows where the world is going to take us, like, quite literally. So, it's going to be getting cold, your favorite time of year, and but it does make it a little more difficult to record in the studio, so hopefully when things warm up again, we'll be able to work together again, as I don't do much outside in the winter because it's cold. But hey, you ever need any interior scenes? I'm good for interiors. But yeah, I usually don't sign up for winter outdoor scenes because the weather just is not my fan.
thank you for being a great guest. I hope it lived up to the hype. I know that you like psyched yourself out for like a year, but I hope it wasn't as painful as you made it out to be.
Listen, this has been a blast. Thank you for having me.
This is gonna be a test.
Oh no.
Because you say you watch every podcast episode, or at least
I
the
did
ones
not
that
say everyone. I said I've watched a couple.
So now this is where we get to test you.
Oh no.
Well, until next time, Buffalo, I'm Brian Dudeman, my co-host.
Ari Nicole, as always.
And until next time, Buffalo, we just have one question for you. 1, 2, 3. You up? 3, 2, 1. Action.